Good day, beautiful soul family, and welcome back to On Another Level. Let's get some light. Beautiful soul family, I just wanted to jump on real quick. Um, this is about what um, the very creative president has said. He stated that there is no care. This is not about our rights. It's not about our freedom. And so when the president, it's truth hurts, right? But it's a confirmation that helps us to understand why things are happening in such a way. See, when someone tells you the truth, you can't be upset. No, you cannot be upset. Why? Because they're telling you the truth. But what's so interesting is that as you are hearing the truth, it should confirm what your intuition is telling you. So, to this degree, as I'm seeing it, I'm like, well, you know what? Spiritual segregation. A channel that I like to watch from time to time is AoC Network, and they were talking about how TikTok has banned. It's so interesting because just yesterday I saw a YouTuber who was expressing what she was going through. She wasn't keeping quiet, and that is good. She's letting people know. And this is really interesting because a lot of my videos, it is what it is. Whenever you're talking about truth, whenever you're talking about God Almighty, it's going to be taken away. Sadly enough to note, with my experience, I know that it's not only TikTok that is doing it. Just like different warehouse jobs or setting up their template for other businesses, other warehouses to follow, which are unhealthy emotionally, physically, and yes, mentally, they're going to follow in that same suit. Okay? And the thing about it is, beautiful soul family, is that just as TikTok is doing it, other channels will be doing it. And what is so sad is that with this mandate going on, okay, and there's a good movie called The V, okay. There's old school classic, right? But then there's a remake on it, and I encourage you to take a look at that. But the thing about it, beautiful soul family, is that when I look at the creative president of this world, okay, what I think is really interesting is how he physically changes. Am I the only one that realizes that? That when you're looking at him, and this is a sidebar, but when you look at him, he physically changes. Like 1 minute, his skin looks completely just drained, his voice, he can't comprehend. And then there's another where he is freshly clean. His complexion looks taut. Okay? And so to show, I just want to show how I just want to show how a lot of things are taking place in the White House. As these mandates are happening, where they're people who are taking on the world's solutions, they're going to have jobs. There are people who are going to now is going to be even more real. Okay? It's going to be even more in your face. And I'm going to say it now. I don't know because I don't rely on the system. Um, but I'm going to say this, and I wanted to say this earlier and I didn't. God was showing me how there are people who are like, well, I don't have to work, so I'll go ahead and get unemployment, or I'll go ahead and I'll get on the system, and I'll get food stamps, or whatever comes with that. And what's so interesting, if they haven't done it already, everyone who is collecting from the world solution, like, they will be able to get benefits and they will be able to get the help. Da 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 da. There shouldn't be much help because everyone that is taking on the world solution will have a job. All right. And so there's going to be online jobs that you can get, but then those are going to be gone too. Right. And Divine Spirit is saying this is when it's going to get real. You see, it's not so much about buying and selling. It's for those also who are collecting Social Security, those who are, because it's everyone needs to be vaccinated. Okay, it's going to be those who are collecting food stamps, like any type of assistance from the government. You have to be vaccinated. Um, and sadly enough, and this is what Divine Spirit was telling me, it's going to start affecting where you live. So this is just the tip of the iceberg, beautiful soul family. And this is why Divine Spirit says, listen, it's not about money. Your relationship can't be just about material gains. Your friends and family, because there's a major division that's taking place. Now they have churches where you can't go in unless you have a vaccination card, a solution card. And so this is a time frame which is totally different than any other time frame, because now you're really seeing what's beneath the surface. And this is why it's so important for you to have your relationship with God Almighty, to trust God Almighty, because these times are getting dark. And the people who have taken on the world solution, they're going to think that they're blessed. They're going to think that, well, if you don't like it, get the solution. And the thing about it is, like I said, it's not anywhere you can't, it's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The only place is in taking refuge in Divine Spirit. So I want to put the two videos in my description box, because Canada made a protest and I love it. And I was like, wow, this is so marvelous, right? That in the Bible it says, if all you can do is take a stand, take a firm stand. Sometimes it's not with the words that you use. Sometimes it's just taking a physical stand and showing the able bodies who are saying, listen, I have rights and I am free and it doesn't matter. What's so interesting is that he says that it doesn't matter. This is not about your freedom, not about your bodily rights, but what about his? And I feel like if he has the right to be this puppet, then we also should have rights. And we should utilize our rights to vote him out. We should utilize our right to go into prayer and to really put this in God's hands. But if we're talking about rights, beautiful soul family, then we have a right to use our power to remove him from office. Because weren't we the ones that got him there? Or maybe we didn't. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Namaste.